So Jefferson, I love the film Drank to Be Married. It was awesome. This is not your grandma's Hallmark Christmas film. It's better, okay? And I loved how there was all of these interesting dynamics, right? You had the guy who is LGBT. Well, I don't want to define him as something, but you have a guy who's dating someone who's trans, and he comes out to you in the character. And in the movie, his character comes out to you, and then you see him go off because he's offended by your response. And you said nothing that was wrong. And then you had so many other funny moments throughout the film. Like that guy Pat was hilarious. Like the whole smokers, he called it, when he's talking about gay people in Hollywood and all of that. So I guess my question to you is that what really attracted you to the film, like the comedy? Because this is not your average Christmas film, or if it wasn't that, what specifically attracted you to this film?
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for saying that nice stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really what attracted me to it is that it contains multitudes, you know? It's funny, it's also very sad. I often find it quite depressing. I think it really contains multitudes in the same way that the holidays do. Like for me, Christmas is always a little fun and a little bit of a bummer at the same time, you know? So I thought it was a rare opportunity to have a film that's quite funny, quite sad, kind of all over the spectrum, and quite human in that way, you know?
Now, if it didn't have all these elements, would you have not wanted to do like a Christmas film? Because typically Christmas films are kind of boring. They're not this.
I don't know, man. There's some really good Christmas movies. What about like do you have favorites? Are there any Christmas movies that you like?
No, so it's funny. My mom, she loves Hallmark. I know it
Okay,
sounds
okay, yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
My mom loves Hallmark, and there's sometimes in the summer she's watching Christmas movie. I'm like, mother, like, why are you watching Christmas
Get
movies?
it
I'm like,
together.
it's hot outside, like.
What about like Home Alone? Do you like Home Alone?
I do like Home Alone. I guess that is a Christmas movie, but it's not traditional. I'm talking about like the sappy, boring Christmas movies. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
like,
There's some great ones that
yeah,
kind of break out of that frame, though. You know, there's some great ones that kind of defy those expectations. Because I
like this
really
one.
like, I think most actors will tell you, like, the main thing we want to do is work. The main thing we're looking for is a job. It's really lucky when you also like the movie. Like, it's a real gift when you also like the movie and when it gives you the chance to do a bunch of different stuff, you know? So I think for me, this is a Christmas movie, but it's a Christmas movie kind of jammed up against this dive bar movie, this movie about like intergenerational community. You know, I've
Hmm.
been a server in restaurants for a long time, and you always do sort of wonder, like, what are these people's deal? Like people come in and you sort of see them day after day, and you slowly start to wonder, you know, what is the story here? What is the person behind this transaction? So something I really like about this movie is it's both a Christmas movie and it's like an exploration of these intergenerational connections and these people like trying really hard to see each other despite having really fundamental differences in
Yep.
attitude, you know?
And it's authentic. Like I think that's what kind of makes it really stand out because it's believable, right? A lot of bartenders are, your therapists. You go there, you talk about their issues. It's essentially the same with the guy who was dating someone who's trans in the film. Like you're essentially his therapist. He's coming out to you, right? And he's looking for that validation that's okay. That's what he says, you being a liberal or whatever, the remark he
Yeah.
makes, because he knows you're not going to judge him or he expects you not to judge him. I didn't think you were
And he doesn't
judging
have these
anybody.
other outlets, you know what I mean? Like he
Yep.
doesn't have anybody else to talk to, which I think is one of the
Yep.
really compelling things about this is these guys that they don't have they have these full
Yeah.
complicated rich lives, but they don't have anybody to express their inner life to. And I also think it's a generational thing, you know? There are these older men
Yeah.
who like the idea of sharing yourself for like actually talking about your feelings, actually talking about this stuff is like alien to them. So they're looking to connect. You know, they feel like the one person they can share with is that maybe this young person will understand because they're uncomfortable sharing with each other. You know?
And I absolutely agree with you on that point because like I have a buddy who actually dated someone who was trans a few years ago and he actually like told me about it and you just would never think that he would because of his background and all of that other stuff, but he felt comfortable sharing that with me because he knows I'm not going to judge and I just don't give a fuck. Like love is love, date whomever you want, it doesn't matter. So I have attitude like yours. So he felt comfortable with that. So I think that was very important and that could help someone else. So that's why I'm talking about how real it is and stuff like that. Now, you mentioned about working, like actors want to work. So my next question for you is, have you taken on roles that you didn't necessarily like? Because you mentioned essentially that it's a bonus to actually like the film. So have you
I mean,
taken
yeah,
on
that's true.
roles?
It's true, but it is like part of our
Okay.
job as an actor, part of our job in the world is to learn how to fall in love with our work no
Hmm.
matter what it is. Right? Like when I was waiting
Yep.
tables, my goal was to fall in love with that. Cuz otherwise it's just like you're going to be miserable, right? Like so much of
Yes.
our job is to like in this world is to figure out how to love ourselves and love the work that we're doing no matter what it is, right? So I've
Yes.
also been lucky. Like I've worked on stuff that I love. I've been very lucky and I've really like as an actor I've had a very lucky go at it. I think
Yes.
part of it is also expressing like just gratitude to be working at all. And then it's
Okay.
our job to figure out how to love and really care about whatever it is we're working on. A big part of our job is like, okay, this is my favorite movie now. Whatever
Yes.
movie I'm working on, this is my favorite movie from day one to the day we wrap, you know? How can I treat this like it's the best movie of all time? How can I fall in love with it? How can I really believe in it? In the same way, no matter what the work you're doing is, you want to find a way to like take pride in it and really love it and push yourself to push that work further. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I guess it's safe to say, just to clarify, that you personally haven't had a role that you may have disliked and you were taking it just to take it. You actually enjoyed the work that you've done.
100%. Yeah. Sometimes I
Okay.
look back and I'm like, wow, I'm bad in that, but it's never the show that's bad. It's always my problem. I've had work that I look back on and I go, geez, I really missed an opportunity there. I didn't rise up to the best version of this. But it's never the job's fault. It's never the show's fault or the movie's fault. They gave you a chance. It's my fault if I messed it up. You know what I mean? Like it's my fault if I did my job poorly, you know?
Yes. Now, I know we're gonna have to wrap up in the next couple of minutes, so I want to know what has been your favorite role because I was doing my research and I saw that you were the reader of the audiobook for Sunrise on the Reaping, which is part of the, I believe, the Hunger Games series, or is from the author of the Hunger Games series. And then I also saw that you played a journalist in Civil War, which was great. I That film was pretty good. And so forth. So what has been your most exciting role?
Yeah, so I did the audiobook for Sunrise on the Reaping, which is it's in the Hunger Games universe. It's a prequel. So it's Woody Harrelson. His name's Haymitch Abernathy, him from the original trilogy. It's when he was in the Hunger Games. So it takes place 25 years before the original trilogy. And that was an amazing experience. Civil War was an incredible set to be
Yeah,
on. I really like, I love movies and I love actors, you know?
yeah.
So getting to kind of work with and meet my favorite actors is always the real treat for me. And
Nice.
Civil War was amazing because Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons, Kaylee Spaney, Wagner Moura, Nick Offerman, like really great cast of actors to learn from. I just did a movie this year that hasn't come out yet that I'm really excited about called Dead Letters with
Nice.
Margot Martindale and Stephen Root, who are two of my favorite actors, like two actors who I've loved for a long time. I've been watching their performances and trying to learn from them for a long time. So it's a
Yeah.
really special thing. You know, it's like being a young athlete and getting to play with somebody who you had looked up to when you were younger, you know? I feel like that's the equivalent of like in my rookie year, I get to catch one pass from the best quarterback of all time. You know, like it's a really fun thing to get to work with those actors that I've admired for a long time. So that movie, Dead Letters, was definitely one of those. Um, yeah, and then I also did this another movie I did this summer is called November 1963. It's about the JFK assassination, and I got to
Nice.
play Lee Harvey Oswald, who shot JFK. And the director of
Wow.
that's this guy Roland Joffe, who's a kind of legendary filmmaker, like a big important part of film history. And working with him on that set was a really amazing experience. That was like a really special one for me.
Wow. So it seems like you have a lot of good things in the works, that's coming up. One last question for you since we have the wrap. Um, what's your dream role? If you could play any character, what would that character be? And what role?
Wow, that's a great question, man. I really would love to play an athlete. I've liked sports my whole life, and I really would love to do a sports movie. So there's a
Nice.
few sort of irons in the fire I have trying to make that happen. I think what I'm realizing, something I learned from Taylor Sheridan working on Yellowstone, is as an actor, at a certain point, you have to start making your own luck. So this movie, Drink and Be Merry, which you can rent now on Amazon, I produced this film as well as acting in it, and I was
Wow.
sort of involved in putting the movie together. So my goal right now, my dream right now for the next 10 years is to keep putting these movies together because more than any one part, it's kind of about who I'm working with. And I want to surround myself with like my people, my friends, my community, actors I admire. That's the ideal working conditions for me. It's not so much about the part right now, it's about who I'm with in the space. Because that's what makes the work really good. When it's like, oh, okay, everybody's firing on all cylinders right now. I trust and love everybody in this room. The part is less important to me than that process, that circumstance of surrounding yourself with the right people. Wait a
Yes.
second, let me
Well, it
ask you a
seems like
question. What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? What are your favorite movies? Because you don't like Christmas movies.
well, I don't like Christmas movies. I like a lot of action movies.
Yeah.
I like some horror films. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't really necessarily have like a go. Well, you know what? There are some, let me take that back, right?
It
There
doesn't
are
have to be
some,
I know it's hard to say the number one, but you can name a
yeah.
few.
So I can think back to like Serial Mom, I believe it was called, with Kathleen Bates. I still remember that as a child. Like
Yeah,
her
yeah.
killing people. I was like, wow, like it wasn't awesome, but it was
Kathy Bates is a
awesome.
legend. Yeah, Kathy Bates is a
Yes.
legend.
So don't tell mom the babysitter is dead. Like I can watch that with Christina Applegate like now and still love it. Like um Friday After Next. So some of
Mhm.
those films are ones that I can watch again because a lot of times with films I'll see them and it's just kind of like, I don't want to see it again. But those classics keep me coming back where I can watch it 10, 20 years from now and say that is good. And I also got to tell you too, I do a little acting. So if you need someone, call a brother.
I will, man. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. That's great.
Tell everyone why they should go check this out, Jefferson.
It's an amazing movie to watch with your parents, watch it with your kids. It's about intergenerational connection. So if you're my age, watch it with your parents while they're still around. If you're my
Yep.
parents' age, watch it with your kids, while you can. It's a really good opportunity for generations to connect.
Yeah, so everyone go check it out. And we are the same age, by the way, too. So I love to see someone who's the same age as me, another millennial doing his thing, man. I love it.
Us
I
elder
love it, bro.
millennials, we're doing okay. We're doing
We're doing
okay.
okay. We're getting old, but still looking good. You know
It's
how
exactly
we
right.
do,
We're good
man.
for now. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Everyone, go check it out. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck, brother. I'm looking forward to seeing your other films too. Thank you, Stately.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, man. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. Happy holidays, guys.
You too.